This is Lara Henares making your day with the first part of an article by Maria Angela C. Mina entitled The Luneta Hotel. And we quote, "Nostalgia is the name we give to the longing we have for things we once had and lost, but whose memory remains. I wonder what name we can give to the longing for the things we have never had and do not even remember, except as a faded photo or a story from a stranger. Perhaps there is no word for it yet. That should come as no surprise. It is not easy to name absences. Even so, though we do not know what to call this absence, for many of us who are living today, the whole history of Manila might be described by that word that perhaps does not even exist. I had heard and read more than once that Manila used to be a beautiful city. Even its romanticized name, Pearl of the Orient Seas, evokes that fabled past. There is this travel journal of a Frenchman in Manila during the Spanish period. There were two things about the Philippines that caught and kept his attention. Typical French, the first was the women. Even before the boat had drawn up on the pier, he struck up a conversation with one of the locals who was coming home and commented on the picture of the pretty fiancée his companion had in his hand. When he finally landed, it seemed that he could not find a street where he did not catch a glimpse of some dark-haired, dusky-skinned beauty. I suppose we should be flattered, but honestly, I think the man was just being French. More about this after these messages. This is Lara Henares making your day with the first part of Maria Angela C. Mina's article entitled The Luneta Hotel. And we continue to quote, "Still, the man did not spend all his time in Manila admiring women. The other thing that struck him was the spirit of the city. They described it as old and familiar, more medieval Europe than exotic Orient. I do not know how long that Manila that he was describing lived and lasted, but I do know that I very much wish I had seen it. That is, of course, impossible. Even so, it is hard to completely murder the past, even with the supreme neglect and carelessness. Here and there, some of what is old and beautiful remains. For many years, the Luneta Hotel on Calao Avenue would have been easier to describe as a ruin rather than a remnant. It was closed in 1987 and mostly abandoned, save for occasionally being used as a warehouse or hideaway for teenagers to smoke pot. Even before its closure, however, the hotel had seen some hard use. From a prestigious establishment described by Eisenhower as one of the most romantic spots in the entire world, the Luneta Hotel became housing for non-commissioned officers during MacArthur's reign from the penthouse of the Manila Hotel, just down the street. Rooms were divided up, cramming a total of 60 into a handful of floors. As the fortune of the American military forces spiraled downward during the war, so did the conditions of the Luneta Hotel. It was used as a makeshift hospital, then as a brothel. One of the few buildings to survive the liberation of Manila, it made a quiet return to respectability after the war, but not to glamour. It is a pity. The Luneta Hotel was quite literally built for glamour, not just to dazzle and excite, but also to cast an illusion. More tomorrow, my dear friends. This is Lara Henares, making your day, saying good day, God bless you. Thank you very much for being with us. Till next time, hasta la bye-bye.